All right, welcome back, everybody. Thank you for waiting, but we are now here with MiHSEF Grand Finals for Rocket League between Hartland and Godwin here.
Yeah, I mean, getting to this matchup, I'm very excited to see how things go because, we've now gotten to watch all of these players in these different matches, and this one should be quite the exciting matchup to get into as we see both of these teams going to be playing very consistently throughout the entirety of this. I mean, I'm assuming most of these players around this, GC1-ish area, so this one should be quite the close matchup.
This is a ranked matchup that you might be seeing in like collegiate or something that we might be streaming on the regular UMF Esports program. So there's definitely a lot of potential, especially in a best of 7 for this. There is so many games to be played, so much potential to show off these individual skills. And in the twos format like this, there's really a lot of potential to show off here as Qyxical, right off the demo, is just able to find the shot minute into the round. One way to kick off the grand finals.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really nice 50 coming through from Treaty to just send that one towards that midfield, and Qyxical able to capitalize off of it instantly. A 1-0 lead for Hartland to start this one.
Kickoff ending up in favor of Hartland this time around, able to get the space over towards this corner side. Does get cleared a little bit though, but Qyxical just sends it straight back, and the defense from Godwin just cannot find the touch. It's an absolute tragedy for this goalie here, but oh, what a way to take and cement the lead from Hartland here.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, the contest is coming through a little too late on to Qyxical, allowing him to get that shot there. Honestly, it's kind of crazy, but now Qyxical looking for a potential doomsday as he's off the sidewall with it and looking for a double reset. He doesn't find the second flip into the goal, but he finds a bump off of it, and it's absolutely disgusting from Qyxical.
What on earth did this player just do? I have no words.
A double reset doomsday coming through for Qyxical is absolutely nuts here in grand finals. I mean, it's the first game. We're just getting into things, and he's looking to absolutely tear things apart as the fake also comes through. Unfortunately, not able to get the flick this time around, but Qyxical on an absolute tear to start out game one.
Oh, but the shot towards this Hartland goal, almost barely making it in, but swoops in. Qyxical is able to save it back and clear, but now Simplebeat trying to make a play out of this one. Looking to carry it forward. Rypox in position for the shot. Whiffs, but Simple is able to rush straight back in and save the play. And are now on the board in this grand finals.
Yeah, I mean, an absolutely absurd start. Both of these teams finding some absurd goals. That one a little scuffed for Godwin, but still, I mean, a start to actually get things going for their side. So now we'll see if they're kind of able to pick a little bit more up as Rypox looking to try to get this one across the field. Unfortunately, snuffed out by Qyxical. Now looking for a potential doomsday again. Can't quite find it this time around, but Treaty will get a 50 over to Qyxical potentially, but opting to not contest. We'll actually see a demo come through and another bump from Treaty here, but unfortunately, Simple able to respawn in time, and now it's back over to this Hartland side of the field. Treaty beat on the take. Qyxical now forced to send it in front of the goal, but staying with it, he's able to deny any potential shots and looking for another one over Simplebeat. Can't get it, but still contesting repeatedly on the goal line.
Looking to flip the pressure back now. Simple just carrying it forward towards this goal. Qyxical is able to swoop in and rush it away. No boost left on Godwin to really try and continue this play. Rypox still trying to go for this touch, but the contest not quite there just yet. Treaty trying to find an angle to control the ball. Shot not quite through for Rypox, but Treaty is able to clear it back, even though it's in Simple's hands. Rypox sends it straight back, though, looking to flip the pressure back around onto Hartland, but the defense is there to deny everything. But now the ball on the side of Godwin, looking to try and swoop past Treaty, able to get the touch, spikes it back down, and Qyxical is trying to get in position to potentially regain control of this ball here as Simplebeat is able to send it towards the net, but Rypox is so far away. No play can be made just here. Oh, I don't even know what just happened, everybody. There, everybody missed the ball, and now it's ended up in front of Hartland's net, but Rypox not quite able to find the shot as it gets sent back towards this duo here on the side of Hartland. They're looking to just walk it past Simple here. Qyxical just sending it down, but Rypox has the touch, bouncing it off of his own backboard, but the clear back towards this midfield into Treaty's hands is now flipped into a... Oh my goodness.
There's a Rule 1.
Rule 1 in grand finals here. Now it's up to Qyxical to try and score against Rypox. Able to refresh the boost here. It's just the one that he has to take. The pressure is on in this 1v1, but Rypox able to swoop it away, finds the clear, looking to take it past Qyxical. The touch, not quite altering the direction too much, but the control is regained. 40 seconds left on the clock for Rypox to make a move, and that's not going to be so easy for this lone player here. Not able to swoop it past. It's just stuck along this midfield line, but that's exactly what Qyxical wants as the time continues to tick down. The hopes of Godwin are climbing away.
Yeah, I mean, now 16 seconds remaining. Going to get a goal fast, but Rypox not able to do it, and Qyxical is just going to be able to slot this one in. He's actually just going to wait the timer out, as he knows this one is all but over if he just can sit and wait. And with 2 seconds remaining, this one is over. But this is one of the things I love most about Rocket League. I mean, the respect for the Rule 1 is beyond competitiveness, right? It is just everything to the community, and to not be able to break it in a situation like that, even knowing you're down,
that's respectable.
Yeah,
I gotta give it to Godwin there.
Absolutely sensational from them. But now getting into game 2, we'll see how things continue as the lead starting out here for Hartland 1-0.
You know, Hartland once again walking into the series 1 point up, trying to continue it forward here as kickoff does end up in favor a little bit for Godwin. They are looking to try and match that pressure that Hartland has been putting up throughout this series so far, as it does get sent back towards their goal, as Qyxical looking for the shot, not quite found, as Rypox is able to deflect it back. A little bit of a whiff trying to take it back from Treaty, but Qyxical, quick to the draw, is able to capitalize off the backbone of Treaty. And once again, Hartland start off with a lead.
Yeah, I mean, a beautiful play set up from Treaty there, able to get it past the first defender and still stay with it. The next one, unfortunately, contesting a little too early, and once again, just able to tap it off that back wall and set it up nice and easily for Qyxical, but not without a goal being found in return instantly by Rypox off of the kickoff. Things instantly evening up here, 1-1 here in game 2.
What a way. I feel like Godwin has just found so many kickoff goals throughout their time here at MiHSEF already. And it is absolutely insane being able to find it in against Hartland just like that, as this kickoff this time around does go in favor of Godwin once again, but not quite that fabled kickoff goal, as they're looking for the shot. It bounces off of Qyxical and right in front of the goal line, but doesn't quite find its way in, as Treaty just trying to hold it down against this offense of Godwin. It's looking a little bit hard, but it does bounce back towards this midfield as Qyxical is able to pick it back up. This goal might be a little bit open. Can he find the angle? No, as the bump from Rypox does deny the angle. Treaty now left with 0 boost, trying to chase after it, as Qyxical is able to clear it back towards this goal. The pressure still on for Hartland.
Yeah, and now, I mean, Godwin trying to get out of their half, but unfortunately just not able to do so. Now Hartland looking to take another shot towards net, as Qyxical able to look for it, but Simple Beat in the way, and looking to now clear it out completely, as Qyxical on the goal line, just going to bounce this one up and look to keep playing on it, but we'll see if Simple Beat is able to get in the way. It doesn't look like it, but the next touch coming through is in favor of Rypox, now bouncing in front of the goal, but no one able to be there, as Simple Beat now the last defender, as Qyxical looking to do something a little special, but can't quite find it, is now sent towards the backboard. Rypox has it, looks for the musty, but unfortunately doesn't get it very far, as Simple Beat now having possession, trying to send it towards his net, will just get it cleared out and continuing to up the pressure. Rypox now having a touch, getting it over one. Can he get it over Qyxical though as well? Looking for the bump, but Qyxical very patient on the jump, and now Hartland trying to get it out of their half, but just stuck for so long Godwin are just applying the pressure so well.
The scales are even. No one has taken that clear advantage just yet. Both have such good reads and rotates on these shots taken by each other, and no one's been able to break against each other's defense. And trying to match that offensive power is a little bit difficult, but the demo coming up from Qyxical onto Simple might give them an angle here as Treaty trying to send it up. Not quite able to... almost finds it. But Simple does have the defense, but it's still so much constant pressure now. Just at the flip of a switch, Qyxical and Treaty run it down.
Yeah, I mean, once again, another nice shot coming out from Qyxical. Unfortunately, Simple Beat not quite finding the clear that he wanted there, and it does end up costing Godwin another goal here in game 2 as things are starting to kind of wind down, and Hartland looking to come out on top again. We'll see if they can do that as Treaty looking for a nice flip reset into the pop, and a beautiful goal coming through from Treaty here to absolutely secure this lead at 3-1, and Godwin starting to fall behind.
Treaty still putting on a performance as well. I know I feel like I've been saying Qyxical a lot, but Treaty has definitely been putting in the work as well and cementing this 3-1 lead in game 2. Still trying to keep up the pressure. Not quite able to find it off of that play just yet, but it's so much pressure. Trying to flip it around now. Godwin finally finding some space towards this Hartland goal, but it just gets flipped away and cleared back towards this corner already. Simple Beat able to control the ball, but I don't think there's quite an angle presented on itself at this sidewall just yet, as Treaty now trying to walk it past, but Simple is able to bump it. A Qyxical running in now. Might be looking to swerve it past Ripov, but he is able to just bounce it off the back wall and get the shot. It's a 3-point lead.
Yeah, I mean, that's an absolutely phenomenal play coming through from Qyxical once again, as the land into the instant flip to get a powerful hit off that back wall completely catches Rypox off guard, and to be able to actually finish that without not just blasting that one over the net is incredibly tough. So it's amazing ball control coming through from Qyxical here, as Treaty now looking to do something similar as he sends it towards the net and finds a ton of bumps onto one. Absolutely running it into Simple Beat as Rypox not able to get back in time, and some absolute abuse coming through from Treaty here.
Oh my gosh. That's a violation. Seeing that in the grand final, that makes me feel nothing but bad. But either way, there's a minute left on the clock, and Godwin have to find 4 to even get a chance at taking this game 2, as Hartland still putting on this pressure, just constantly getting these early leads throughout these kickoffs. It's so difficult for Godwin to try and convert it around, especially with 40 seconds left on the clock. It keeps ticking down, and Godwin need to make their move.
Yeah, I mean, it's starting to look like it's too late, unfortunately, as 30 seconds remaining. They need to score every few seconds if they actually still want to win this one, but Qyxical has no intention of letting them do so, pestering them at every single instance on this attack. Treaty lying in wait, ready to snuff out any potential threats, as now just throwing it off to the side. The corner now recovered over by Qyxical, and with 8 seconds remaining, this one is over no matter what goal would come through.
Game 2 going over to Hartland, cementing a firm lead in this series already. Wait, ball still in play, but yeah, that's never happening, but you never know. But either way, Hartland taking game 2 very, very convincingly.
Yeah, I mean, Hartland this game looked amazing. Qyxical specifically, obviously able to take 4 goals, but Treaty as well, being able to set up for so many of these early on, and it just looks absolutely phenomenal from this team. Now, it's the question of if Godwin is able to respond and if they're able to start getting some of this teamwork through.
I've noticed that throughout this tournament so far, most of these teams are very, very momentum focused. They're able to find angles once they're able to get their boots off the ground, but like getting the ball going is the difficult part, especially when you're already down 2 full games. So Godwin really need to tie it back and try to lock in if they want to have a chance at taking this grand finals away from Hartland, as the pressure being kept up, the demo onto Treaty, but Qyxical is just able to turn it back around, trying to carry it through. Rypox does have the touch and is looking to carry it forward, but Treaty getting another one, bumps it straight back, but now back in control of Simple, gets flushed away by Qyxical, and now it's just still stuck in this corner of Godwin's side.
Yeah, now trying to clear it out. We'll see if Simplebeat is able to get it farther than the halfway point. Doesn't look like it, as Treaty has the next touch, and a bit of a hesitation does come through from the side of Godwin now, and towards the net. Treaty looking to put it in, won't quite make it, but still keeping the pressure up and keeping it in this half. Mistake has to come through from Godwin eventually, or at least that's what Hartland thinks, as they continue to apply this pressure, and it's Treaty to find it in the middle of the road, but unfortunately, Qyxical not quite committed enough for it, and it will still remain in this half. And it doesn't seem like Godwin has an answer to fully get things out. I mean, finally, looks like they'll be able to clear it out, but it doesn't look like any real shots coming through.
Ooh.
But maybe change that, as we do see Simplebeat look to send it forward, but unfortunately, it's not there. And Qyxical looking to find a 50, gets a pretty decent one, and will keep up the pressure.
You know, they're trying their best, Godwin. They're able to find some of these clears now, but trying to match it off on this offensive power that Hartland has been putting down is no joke. This defense, these rotates coming up from Hartland have not been unwavering at all, and these conversions look so smooth, being able to turn it back around to play the offense. Oh my goodness.
That is not only unfortunate, but that is absolutely disgusting coming through from Qyxical. The double, not only a double bump, but then getting the follow-up bump onto, I believe it was Simple, to just keep these defenders away from this ball, and it set Treaty up for the easiest goal of the series thus far. And
that's a hard one.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely beautiful coming through from Qyxical, but it is still only a 1-0 lead. It's, you know, less than we've seen in a lot of these games for Hartland. So now we'll see if they're able to find even more, as Simplebeat looking to send it out. Unfortunately, leaves it in front of the goal once more. It won't quite go in, but it'll remain in this Godwin half. The pressure unrelenting from this Hartland team, as a shot is taken, but it is unfortunately a little wide, and will return to this Godwin corner once again. And a shot taken from Qyxical doesn't quite go in. Treaty looking for the follow-up, can't quite find it, but still, it's so much coming through from Hartland.
Inching it forward, though, Godwin starting to pick up the pressure a little bit. They've been able to clear it more often and try to actually take more of these shots onto Hartland's goals, but the defense has been so strong. They can't quite find that gap, and they've been forced back once again by Treaty. What a goal that is.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy that he scores this. He doesn't get the flip, as you can see here, but he's not getting contested. Rypox and Simple both just waiting until the very last minute, and unfortunately, that does mean he's able to get past one, which is enough in a situation like that.
You know, just no one's been able to match on the side of Godwin. Whenever they're backed up into a corner, they try to deny the goal, but when they need to turn it back around to a defensive stance while trying to look for a shot, it just doesn't work out in their favor. No one can find these one-on-one contests. Almost a devious shot coming out from Qyxical, but it does get escorted out promptly. But now, a minute left on the clock, the pressure really creeping up onto Godwin, as they need to find a way to narrow this gap, but they just haven't been... They have found the gap, actually. What?
Instantly eating your words.
This is like the third time this series, man.
I mean, you know, maybe a bit of a reverse caster curse here from right click, but an absolutely beautiful air dribble coming through from Simplebeat there to cut the lead to 1, and now we'll see if Godwin is able to do that again, as with 1 minute remaining, they have to do it soon if they want a chance here in Game 3. But now Rypox looking to send it towards the net, unfortunately waiting a little too long on the flip, so he won't be able to find anything. Now Simplebeat looking to take it up the wall, but the pre-jump comes through from Qyxical, and it almost goes in the net, but now Simple Beat looking to take it down the other side of the field. What happened? The goal is open. It looked like defenders were back in time, but it looks like a misflip coming through from someone. I believe it was Qyxical, and unfortunately, it just goes directly into this Hartland net. Things are evened up 2-0 here in game 3, and
at the snap of a finger, just able to even it out just like that. Qyxical almost able to find the shot, but Simple Beat has the defense on lock. 30 seconds left. Will any team find the edge over the other? Pressure kind of died off a little bit with that potential for overtime, but Qyxical still looking for it. Not quite able to find the shot as the defense rings through. 10 seconds and counting, but why is the goal open? Godwin just giving it straight over to Hartland in the last moments. An absolute tragedy.
It's just a unfortunate 50, right? I mean, it was less a 50, more of a dunk, but unfortunately, it still just finds the corner of that net completely unprepared. But a kickoff goal from Godwin once again evens things up with 9 seconds to go, and it's absolutely insane. Instantly finding the challenge off the cheat, and things are evened up at 3-3, 9 seconds left. As you said, this Godwin team has found so many kickoff goals, and they find it here in the most important moment, and they do it again as it's slotted in to somehow take the lead with 5 seconds remaining.
Nah. I have to like break character for that one. That's insane. What am I watching? 2 in a row? Godwin cannot keep getting away with this. And with 5 seconds left on the clock, it's going to be a little bit difficult for Hartland to try and find a way to take this game 3 as it keeps ticking down. The ball goes, and Godwin barely find this game.
This one absolutely absurd. I mean, it looked like it was over. It looked like once this last goal, or the second to last goal was scored, or the last one from Hartland, I thought it would have been over. I mean, 2-3, a few seconds remaining. It's evened up, and
just on a whim, it's over. But for Godwin,
it's absolutely insane. And somehow Godwin managing to find these kickoff goals, and you know, it's just played slightly unsafely from this team here, as now 2-1 on the series. This one remaining an intense match.
Yeah, no, both teams seeming very evenly matched, even though that game 2 looked pretty decisive for Hartland, but now looking to keep up the pressure in this game 4, it's still over on this Godwin side. Simple Beat is able to clear it and send it towards this corner, but it doesn't quite look like it's going to be an angle here, almost off the backboard, but Treaty has the save here now in the midfield. Qyxical looking to escort it forward. Not quite able to find the initial angle, and it does get sent straight back towards this Hartland goal. Simple Beat trying to walk it forward, but it just wasn't the right angle once again. Rypox now trying to assist for control of this ball, but Treaty is trying to actively help out as well. 1 minute in, and no team has found clear cut angles just yet. Rypox swooping in to send it towards this net, but just can't quite find the goal, and now the pressure flipping on its head.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely insane stuff coming through, and now Treaty looking to slot it in to find the first goal of game 4. The 50 a little unfortunate as it rains above the net, and Simple a little too deep in to actually be able to try to come out and save that one. And an early lead here for Hartland once again. We'll see if they can maintain it.
You know, Hartland once again, I feel like every single game we've seen, besides like 1 or 2, Hartland has found that first goal, but it always just ends up immediately reciprocated, and Rypox just sends it past to even out this game 4.
Yeah, somehow it's just able to get it over one of the last defenders there, and the other one not quite expecting it. I think they were, expecting some form of 50 to actually follow up, but it is not there. And now the early contest coming through from Simple Beat off of grabbing that back boost. the cheat not quite working out for Hartland as they wanted, but still finding some value out of it, as now it's sent towards the midfield once again and looking to take the shot as Qyxical, but unfortunately not being able to put it on. Maybe it was a boost issue, but now Treaty looking to collect it on the back, doesn't quite make it, and unfortunately the whiff of Qyxical means this goal is wide open. Ripawks finding the second goal for Godwin and the first lead of Game 4 for this team.
Godwin just able to turn it around on a dime like that. Looking for it, they got so high impact demos there to really just narrow Qyxical down, and in the heat of the moment, just that whiff really sealed the deal. But now pressure still on for Hartland, looking to walk it forward into this goal. Simplebeat is able to clear it though, looking to escort it away from the hands of this Hartland side, but stuck along this mid line, just bouncing back and forth. Ripawks is able to send it to the ceiling, but it doesn't quite look like Simple is going to be able to capitalize onto it as it goes up to the ceiling, looking to launch it away. Treaty doesn't quite have the angle for the shot. Might be able to get it past Qyxical, but it goes onto the sidewall here as it gets bumped by Ripawks. It just gets cleared back to the midfield by himself, and now Qyxical trying to capitalize on this mistake, finds the demo, but there's not enough time for Treaty to get there to really find that shot, as now it's another corner scuffle. Godwin need to try and hold this down.
Yeah, and we'll see if they're able to do so, but still staying on this offensive side, or actually now finally returning to Hartland's defensive side. We'll see how the pressure kind of turns out here as Qyxical looking to send it out, getting another contest on the wall. Treaty not ready to follow right away, but is in the air. He sends it down, looking for another touch off the floor, but unfortunately intercepted. Now Qyxical forced to try to send it out as the boost is low. Not going to have a lot of options if it's off the hit of these two, as Ripawks now getting a nice hit, able to follow and looking to keep it in the midfield for his teammate. A bump comes through, but can a shot follow? It looks a little too tough, as the ball a little too awkward for a real shot, as Treaty now looking to send it through, but an easy save for Ripawks as he looks to keep it going forward, but the demo coming through, and Qyxical now having an opportunity to get it over multiple defenders. It's a double commit coming through, and a shot for Treaty to even things up here in Game 4 once more.
Finally being able to convert it over from the back foot into a goal. Hartland even out this Game 4 here, and with a minute and a half left on this clock, there is still so much potential. We saw in that previous game, it really can go either way. And looking at the beginning of this round, the pressure trying to be put on by Godwin, but the boost just runs out at such a bad time. And now it ends back up into Hartland's hands, looking to clear it back through. Treaty carries it over to the sidewall. Couple contests coming out from Godwin. Qyxical just carrying it forward, not quite able to slip it past, but still multiple shots. Double commit doesn't quite go through, but still the pressure maintained by this Hartland side, trying to find the angle. The demo comes through, but the ball is already making its way towards this Hartland side as it sits in front of the net. Treaty whiffs, but so does the shot. It's an absolute nail biter here outside this Hartland goal. 30 seconds left on the clock. The score is still even, and Hartland are trying to keep up this pressure, trying to play through this offense. Will they be able to find it as it gets cleared back? Treaty looking to send it towards Qyxical, but it doesn't move forward enough, and Simplebeat is able to just send it straight back into their goal and take the lead with 9 seconds left.
Somehow, in both this game and the last, Godwin has been able to pull the rug out from under this Hartland team at the last moment, and it's just absolutely baffling. I mean, we'll see if this team is able to find it back in the final moments. I mean, 5 seconds remaining. Treaty looking to send it towards the net, takes an awkward bounce, and it looks to get sent to the top left, but it can't be found. Now the timer completely out, trying to find a touch towards the net, but Godwin is able to lay it down softly, and 2-2. These teams evened up, and now Godwin with the momentum in their hands.
I mean, what are these goals coming out from Godwin? Just consistently finding these wide open nets from half court, from the other side of the field. It's absolute insanity.
Yeah, I mean, by all means, finding these goals in moments like this is just insane. I mean, I guess it's just a bit of an overcommittal from Hartland in the final moments of that one, but still, I mean, just the fact that they've been able to find these goals in these important moments is just so huge, and especially off of the kickoffs, right? I mean, having a good kickoff is one of the most important parts of Rocket League. It is the most fundamental part where each and every, round starts, and after every goal, you continue to have a good kickoff, and obviously, unfortunately, costing Hartland here a little bit, as a lot of these scenarios haven't quite been going in their favor off the start, but we'll see if they're able to find an early lead again off of, their just overall good mechanics.
Trying to keep up the pressure from the beginning of the round does eventually get cleared back towards the side of Hartland, but Treaty now looking to contest it out on this midfield, slowly inching towards this Godwin goal. Almost makes it in, but Simple has the save. Qyxical now here trying to maintain the pressure, but the boost is gone. It's looking like a reversal here as the whiff from Treat does end up with the ball in this corner and with the demo as well. It's a shot from Ryfox that doesn't quite make it past the post. And now Treaty forced to send it back here. Bounces off the backboard, but Qyxical not quite able to make the shot. Ball off the ceiling. Stays along this midline, trying to regain some momentum. Simple trying to bump it back, but it just ends up into the ceiling. Qyxical keeping up the pressure as Treaty is inching forward, trying to walk it away from this Godwin side. Simple still trying to force out this clear, but there's just no room. It keeps getting bounced back, and now the ball's in front of the goal, but no one can really find the shot. Treaty trying to get in front of this ball to stop Rypox, but the bump and the touch from Simple does send it towards the goal. Qyxical has the defense though, but this pressure just keeps getting flipped back onto Godwin. They can't maintain a constant level of aggression the way Hartland has been so far, but the defense, immaculate enough to keep this game even, do manage to find the clear. And what is that?
That is unfortunate, is what that is. Off of the head of a Treaty, it somehow goes all the way across the field, bars down, and is in for Godwin as they find the first goal here in Game 5 off of the back of quite a lucky one. And now Treaty looking to even things up as he sends it towards the midfield. It does make it a pretty decent shot for Qyxical, but a whiff comes through from Treaty and also from Rypox there, but thankfully doesn't really cost either team, as now still in this half of Godwin does eventually get sent out as Qyxical now looking for a touch. Doesn't quite get it off the back wall, but is able to send it past Rypox. Now just needs to get past one more. Simple, though, able to get in the way, and it's Treaty's ball. He sends it towards the midfield, but his teammate isn't ready to turn on it. The demo coming through, though, definitely relieves a ton of pressure as Qyxical looking to get it past one. Can he do any more, though, as now Treaty recovering the ball. It's a little awkward off the wall, and won't be able to go very far, as once again, Qyxical just going to pick it up in the midfield and try to keep it in this Godwin half.
These plays now for Hartland just haven't been able to why is it when I try to say anything, they just completely prove me wrong? Qyxical just heard me out of spite, found the goal to even out the match. It's that's all I could say. It's just yeah,
I mean, it's absolutely insane. I mean, the timing a little odd, but Treaty now looking to get a 50 in the midfield. Can't quite get an amazing one, but Qyxical is able to recover off of it and sends it downfield. But Simple Pete does have the ball in his hands, going to go off the ceiling, as now having the flip available, but sends it over to his teammate. Can't quite finish it, but the demo now coming through. But Treaty has an open net, but unfortunately, he doesn't go far enough. He panics and takes the shot too early. It won't meet the back of the net here, as Rypox now looking for a double tap off the sidewall. It's a beautiful, but it won't quite make its way into the nets. And now it's just a little bit of back and forth as it's finally cleared out over to Godwin's half, but not fully, as these players currently just playing a little bit of ping pong. Looks a little bit like Heatseeker here as it rains in front of the net once more, but somehow Rypox is in the way, and 1-1. A minute 20 remaining. Treaty looking to do it all on his own, but he's a little too high off the ground. And now finding a demo. Simple. Sending it to the other side, though. No flip and not under the ball far enough. He won't be able to send it any farther.
The angle is just not presenting themselves super clearly when they are actively trying to make these offensive attacks happen. Has led to a stagnant score of 1-1. A minute left on the clock. Now forced to a 1v1 with the double demo. But no boost left for Simple. Treaty, though, just flying past the ball. Not quite able to find the angle for the shot as Qyxical still trying to send it back and forward. It gets cleared out by Ripox. Still now bouncing away from the middle. Zero boost for Treaty. Can't continually contest it here. Sent back towards Qyxical. 30 seconds left. Someone has to find the shot here. But the pressure is on Godwin to find a way to convert and flip this ball around. There's 20 seconds left. Someone has to find the lead. It gets sent back towards this back wall, but Simple not quite in position to find a shot or follow up. Left up the Ripox. Now trying to regain control of the ball. Qyxical just looking to send it down this field here. 5 seconds left on the clock, but with the ball slowly getting cleared, it gets sent down and straight into OT.
Yeah, the first OT we've had of this series, but all these games, or at least majority of them, have felt super close. And now we'll see who can start off this this overtime with something good, as it almost lands in the net of Hartland incredibly early. Thankfully, that one going off the crossbar. But now Qyxical looking to get it past one. It does end up in the midfield, but Treaty having no boost. Got to play it slow, but Qyxical actually going to take it from under his feet, knowing he has the better touch, as Simple not able to connect on that one. Now trying to send it in front out to Treaty. Treaty able to get it over one, but he can't do anything more as the tank is empty. It's over to Simple beat off the sidewall. Now under the ball, just the perfect amount. And gets it over Qyxical. Can he find the double to finish it? It's Treaty to be in the way to deny the game in the favor of this Godwin team. Treaty looking to keep the pressure up and keep these players off the ball, but he's able to do so well as Qyxical now able to recover and look for the 50. You can't quite find it. Simple Beat looking to send it past Treaty, but it's not enough as Ripox forced to take it to the corner. The bounce isn't great. Now trying to cross it, but it looks like these defenders will be able to get in the way in time, as it'll end up in the midfield once again. A 50 on both sides, but Treaty still has boost and he's looking to finish it. The touch isn't good enough and it will remain outside of both of these nets. Still 1-1, still looking for the finish. Qyxical has the touch, but it's not enough. These players going back and forth, trying to fight for everything on this field.
Both teams absolutely neck and neck in this OT. So many angles presented, but just not quite meeting their marks. Still trying to clear it away. It gets sent back towards this Hartland goal, but no one really has the angle for the shot. Simple Pete still trying to keep up the pressure in this corner. Passing it over to the right box. The shot comes through, but Treaty is able to block it away. Looking for the clear, looking to continue it forward. Not quite. Oh, it is able to find it. How does it make it? Treaty able to find the shot 2 minutes into overtime to threaten the series point.
Wow, an absolutely insane shot coming through from Treaty. I mean, it's honestly so surprising that he's able to slip that one past the last defender. He's able to secure it here for Hartland, as now they move to series point 3-2. This match basically as close as can be.
I mean, what a turn of events throughout this entire game. First of all, why do these players keep just trying to prove me wrong whenever I say anything? Like, I just want to pretend like I know Rocket League. I'm just getting completely and utterly grief. But, like, this is such an intense series. These players are just going absolutely head-to-head. And now the pressure is going to start building on Godwin, though, as Hartland's on match point.
Yeah, I mean, it is now or never for Godwin. They have to lock in and be able to find this game if they want to continue on, if they want to go to a game 7 and have a chance at winning this one. But Hartland has no intention of letting them do so, as they save this first one nice and easily. It's sent out to the midfield once again. Ripox getting it past one, but Treaty in the way, able to be an absolute rock in this goal. And Qyxical looking to try to get it out, but Ripox has the touch. Treaty still looking to be in the way once more, and he will keep it out of this Hartland net. He will keep the score 0-0 as it's sent back over. Qyxical looking to finish it. Can't do it for now as the fake comes through from Simple. And the nice 50 from Treaty, but unfortunately, it's back into the hands of Simple as he looks to send it over. Will end up over the nets, but unfortunately, there is no follow-up. Simple, once again, getting a nice pinch and somehow almost just goes in, but both teams looking to contest it and keep things active as possible.
The defense is good. The pressure constantly being upheld by both sides here as Qyxical trying to clear it back. Hypox just runs it straight down, looking to maintain this offensive angle, bouncing it off the sidewall. Treaty tries to get the touches the ceiling, but not quite enough distance to really convert it around as Qyxical, now looking for one of his own, is able to follow it up off of the head of Treaty here. Now, back in the control of Godwin, sends it back towards the midfield and into this Hartland goal, but it's just back into the hands of Treaty, and they aren't able to find an angle onto this goal just yet. It's just back and forth clears towards these corners, towards the goals. It's not in, but it's Treaty to swoop in last minute to clear it out for Hartland and take the lead once again.
Rypox thought it was in. He went for the touch, but unfortunately it's off of the crossbar, meaning an open net is presented. And Treaty able to clean it up quite nicely. Now it's on Godwin to be able to find it back as he looked to send one towards the net. Saved by Qyxical, and unfortunately it's too deep. Hartland able to find another one nice and easily. And now Godwin down 0-2. 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining, just over half the game, to be able to find these two goals back.
To close the gap means to steal your nerves in this series. Point for Hartland. It's Godwin's game to lose. It's their championship to give up here. And Simple Beat is trying to turn it around, but the defense from Qyxical just sends it straight back over to Godwin's side, trying to continue up the offense. Qyxical tries to hold on to the ball, but it gets cleared back towards Treaty. Now, once again, in this Godwin corner, the play is being continued. Qyxical not quite able to get the touch, but now in Simple's hands, trying to walk it forward for Rypox, but the angle isn't quite there on the first shot, and the second one goes a bit wide. And with the time ticking down, the pressure is going to be building up, especially with the pressure and the offense turning around on its head like that, just carrying it all the way through to Godwin's side. Simple Beat is trying to hold on to it, but this angle from Treaty might prove to be a little bit difficult to hold against. As Qyxical now just trying to hold it against this back wall. Rypox is trying to find this air dribble towards the midfield, but it's just so hard to walk it down.
The shot coming through is going to go off the crossbar and is going to bounce a little too far down as Rypox unfortunately not going to be able to finish that one off. That was the goal that Godwin needed. They want to do everything they can to be able to even things out as they take another shot towards net. It's right into the hands of Treaty, but Rypox having another touch towards the midfield. Can it be finished is the question. It won't be as Simple tries to finish it, but it's Qyxical in the way. And now Rypox sending it back once more. Treaty able to find his way in front of the ball though, and now Qyxical sending it back to the other half. 2 goals still ahead. Hartland looking to finish things out, but a minute remaining. Can Godwin find a way to even things up? We've seen them find the kickoff goals. If they can get anything going here, we know they have the opportunity to try to bring things back, but it's a flip reset from Qyxical. Unfortunately, doesn't have enough boost to finish it off. Simple Beat looking to send it downfield, but unfortunately, it makes it awkward and it's hard to follow up on. Simple Beat now having possession in the midfield, but Qyxical is patient and he's looking to send it in, but Rypox has the touch. 40 seconds remaining. The clock is ticking down. Simple Beat sends it downfield, but is it enough to find any real attack? As now Rypox sending it towards mid, but Qyxical has the touch once more, and time is running out. The ball raining towards his net, and Qyxical able to finish it for a third goal. 3-0 here in Game 6, and Godwin having 24 seconds to equalize.
Hartland completely snuffing out the hopes and dreams of Godwin in this game. 20 seconds left and counting. And There was no miracle kickoff. There was no goal to open it off with for Godwin. And with this ball staying in the midfield, it's looking progressively and more grim by the second. Still just sending it backwards. The shot goes wide again. Rypox, though, is able to follow it up with the shot to get anything on the board. But if you look at the clock, there's 5 seconds left. 5 to try and cinch it back. 5 to try and find a miracle.
And now going for the cheat. Unfortunately, it's not enough. The ball gets sent forward. The timer takes down. And this one is over. Hartland are your MiHSEF state champions here today.
What an insane performance from Hartland. Just so much constant pressure throughout the entire tournament. So much pressure against a opponent like Godwin. As individuals, they were putting up the work. As a duo, they were putting in the work. And it's befitting to call them the MiHSEF Grand Finals winners.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely insane performance today from them. And, it was a lot of close series for them, right? I mean, we saw so many of these games go to overtime, so many of these different series go to game 5, and they were able to come out on top. I mean, they were the first team we got to watch of the day, though they were able to claim victory quite concisely in the first one. The second and third were by no means easy feats, and all these teams were able to put in a great effort today and just keep everything super competitive.
Yeah, no, it's just insane to see just any amount of passion and like life that these players are breathing into the game, especially this early into the morning or like, earlier in the morning and all that. But now it's just amazing to watch. I'm kind of speechless right now.
Yeah, no, I mean, it definitely has been a bit of a long day, but Hartland able to tough it out and just bring the absolute fire to the game today. And it's phenomenal, but yeah, overall, a great performance from everyone. Godwin putting in such a great effort. We saw, multiple good series from them, and we saw how much effort they were able to put into these last games, like especially the games they were able to just pull out from under Hartland in game 2 or in game 3, in game 4 when it looked all but over. And the fact that they were still able to put up such a good fight after, game 2 was, a bit of a sweep. And, it's amazing to see them still have all that passion.
Yeah, no. Either way, they made it to the finals and they tried their best. But congratulations to Hartland for winning this Rocket League division. Gotta say, this was a very, very interesting playoffs bracket. And I think every match was quite the banger.
Yeah, I mean, definitely more than what we see usually. I mean, a lot of the times it will be, some unfavorable matchups, right? I mean, it does happen, but I feel like everything we saw in playoffs was quite interesting. So, yeah, it was a nice watch.
Yeah, no, big fan of that. But I don't believe that we have much more, if anything, right now to give to the broadcast. So I believe that we'll be signing off for a bit, heading over to intermission until we get extra news. But until then, we will see you later.
Maybe. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the Rocket League Grand Finals, and we'll see if there's more. But thank you for watching.